3, 2, 1. Welcome to Credit Zero.
What's up, you fucking pieces of shit? Welcome to Credit Zero, the podcast by After School Arcade.
Yarg!
Here we've got the Homo habilis of the group.
That's me, Lukey Boy.
Here we've got the Homo erectus of the group.
I'm Daryl, and I'm Erectus.
Here we've got the homosexual of the group.
Hey, it's Drew. Nice to meet you.
And here we got the whole mama. That's a lot of money of the group. My name is Tweed, aka Paul. Hello. And what is this? What is this? Could this week be different? What do you think about that, Leslie?
Might be a little holdover.
Oh, no!
It's a woman!
Holy shit! We wanted to be more diverse, so we picked the first woman we could find in front of Drew's house. She was selling cologne.
In front of Drew's house.
Yeah.
I have a strong smell.
After School Arcade is expanding, and we're gonna... Yeah, that joke deserves to just sort of stay there.
That's the end of the episode.
After School Arcade is expanding, and I forgot to put my thing on airplane mode. Sorry about
Nice.
that. Anyway, After School Arcade is expanding, and we've got more members now. One more, and it's Leslie. Leslie is the newest member of After School Arcade. She's our equal, you fucking misogynists out there. I've seen, like, our entire Ireland demographic just dip off, like, oh, you got a woman now!
No, now they're dropping off.
Now they're dropping off because of my
Now they
offensive
did.
fucking voice.
See, the thing is, now we will never know why. It could be one or the other, and we'll never have that information.
One of the, like, they could, like, they're just like, oh, now I have a chance to leave. Everyone was gonna call me misogynistic, but Paul did a very inaccurate and kind of offensive fucking voice about me. Yeah.
I have an excuse? What the fuck was that accent? Whatever.
No, it's fine. You're an acting major. Welcome to the month of... What the fuck is a month? August?
Yeah, it's August.
Welcome to August, the end of August. We always do these at, like, the end of a month.
The hot-ass end of the summer.
Yeah?
Hot-ass pussy.
Are you missing fucking the hot weather?
No, I'm experiencing it.
Are you going to miss it? I guess was a better way to
That's a better
phrase it.
question.
Yeah, alright.
To be honest, I think we've gone over that. Fall is my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
What?
Holiday!
My favorite season.
You
Okay.
idiot. You complete...
You're fucking
Boris.
You should
Ever
be
since
embarrassed.
I stopped going to school, fall is now a holiday to me. Because it means, oh, this is the time I don't go to school anymore? Baller.
What?
Yeah, you saved it there, buddy. You saved it. Totally.
Moving on. Fall's great, summer sucks, and I'm glad it's over. It deserves to go away for 8 months.
thought that was gonna rhyme.
Speaking of, it deserves
No.
to go away for 8 months. I was not aware that, given that this is August, I'm going to talk about timely things. I was not aware that the fucking, like, COVID was spiking again, and that things are, like, actually pretty bad on the world stage. Is that true in Canada? Does anyone know in this room?
I think it's going up, but not nearly as bad as someplace like the center of the States. Or like India. It's really
The very
bad.
center of the states? Is there, like, a
United-
core?
Yeah, like...
Is there, like, a molten core
Yeah.
in...
Which state is
Oklahoma.
the center state?
Oklahoma.
Is Oklahoma the center state of the Union?
It's close to the center.
I
All
would
right.
have thought it started with an S.
Why? Sorry, why would you think that?
USA.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. We'll be back again next month.
But we're back again right now as well.
What's the state of improv, Drew? What do you
state-
think that...
Honestly,
Alaska.
pretty sad right now.
Yeah? Go ahead.
I said Alaska.
Alaska
Nice.
is pretty sad. Honestly, Alaska's a good metaphor for it because like it's hard to do shows and it's like desolate.
Most of improv is federal land.
Yeah. The moose kill people.
We bought improv from the Russians.
Yeah. So what is the state of fucking improv? Like, what's the skinny on, like, Waterloo and, like, how easy it is to get area? Because I'm not in this living here.
No, you're not living here.
Yeah.
You're not in this living here.
Not anymore.
I'm not in this living here, so...
Well, if you're talking about getting venues, it's very hard.
Yeah?
Specifically, because you were just talking about the spikes in COVID.
yeah.
The Delta variant in the Kitchener-Waterloo region.
Okay, you're
It's
gonna talk about
popping
the
off!
Delta
Okay,
variant?
alright,
All
fake
right.
science
Yeah,
here.
okay. Well, someone's been listening to Anthony Fauci. Anyway.
Yeah, don't ouchie my Fauci.
Yeah.
Is that something that
Kool-Aid
people
you
say?
drinking, buddy?
Yeah.
Is that a thing that people say?
Don't give me that Fauci
Ouchie,
ouchie. Yeah.
That's...
that
feel
just a
like-
vaccine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
It's an excellent way to put it.
Fauci ouchie wouchie.
I'm gonna really date the episode. Very recently, the vaccines got FDA approved, and
Yeah.
I have loved. I think I've made a Facebook status about this, but it has actually happened. I have loved seeing my local anti-vaxxers go from "How can you trust it if it's not FDA approved?" immediately to "Well, FDA approval doesn't really mean anything." It's fucking beautiful. It's fucking brilliant, and I hate it.
When you,
It's like the type of art that you hate watching, but you know it's talented. Like Pink Floyd's The Wall.
I love The Wall.
The
It's
movie?
a pretty good.
Not the movie,
No,
I like
the
the
album.
album.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think we
hate-
all thought you were talking about the album and you were gonna get like murdered or something.
I was gonna get murdered? Who?
Yeah,
By
it's a-
Sam Waterton or whatever
A
the
lot
fuck
of
his name
people
is?
really like it.
What's his name?
Roger Waters.
Roger Waters. I mean, have you ever seen The Wall, the movie? You haven't. Yeah,
no.
you haven't.
I've seen.
I haven't. I've listened to the album plenty of times.
You might have.
Yeah, The Wall, this is like their live show, right?
No, this is
a
feature
movie.
film.
It's a feature film that stars Maxine Waters. What? Bernie
Roger
Sanders?
Waters.
Roger
Bernie
Waters.
Sanders.
Maxine Waters.
Does it count if you've seen
She's a sitting senator. Yeah.
Paul Blart Mall Cop to the background of the Wall album?
What
Does
do you
that count?
No, it's like, that's... Oh my god, I want to hit
It
you
could
right
be a
now.
similar
I want to hit you right
It
now,
sounds
Drew.
like a similar
Hey,
experience.
you!
Similar.
Yes, you! Stand still, dude! He's on the Segway. Boom, boom.
All right, scenario, Luke. You get a Segway. What's the first thing you do with it?
I go on the beach and I ruin that thing.
All right, Drew, you get a Segway. First thing you do with it.
Oh man, I would definitely drive down the street and go to work on it. Like, basically take as long trips as possible, wearing a
Right.
fucking top hat if I could.
All right, Daryl.
but.
I'd put a boombox in my backpack, and I'd play Great Gig in the Sky, so
All right, Leslie, our newest member.
I would also need a boombox, but I think I would additionally add my little bearded dragon on my shoulder, and then
Do you currently have one, or are you going to
I
have
do.
one in this scenario?
No, I
Name.
Yeah.
Name names.
Beans.
Okay.
Oh, now we believe him.
It's my little bean. But yeah, I put him on my shoulder and I'd rip down the main street.
All right, I would Ben Hur it. I would find someone else with a fucking Segway, and I'd be like, hey. And then just like lean forward on that sucker. I did that once in front of our nation's capital. Not our nation's, the USA. They did Segway tours in front of like the Great Mall or whatever
Their
the fuck it's
nation's
called.
capital.
Yeah.
the Great Mall in the Sky.
What is it called? Is it just called the Mall?
Hey, which
Mall
which
of America?
Which capital was it? The U, the S, or the A?
All right, you can hit him now.
my God.
You can hit him now.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Guys, stop.
Keep going.
No, stop. He's dying.
we all had very different reactions to that. You had the most severe, but you were getting hit, so it's fair, Drew.
yeah, I didn't like it.
Anyway, yeah, I Ben Hur'd my uncle once, or rather, my uncle Ben Hur'd me. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie, but it climaxes with a chariot scene, where Ben Hur is like, woohoo! And another guy is like, woohoo! And the other guy falls off his chariot because he goes too fast. I'm abridging it heavily. It's a 3-hour movie, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Also,
There's a few.
Jesus shows up in the last 15 minutes of the movie
Yeah, hell yeah.
for no clear reason. I mean, granted, it's implied to be like, this is the time of Jesus, and Ben Hur was doing chariot races, and then suddenly at the end, Jesus. But, like, he has no part in the story. He goes up, he's like, hey, I'm Jesus, and he gets sacrificed on the cross, and everyone's like, this means something. Roll credits.
Did they even get like Ben Hur's like response to it?
Ben Hur wasn't a real person. He wasn't interviewed afterwards. Like, what
No,
was your opinions on your
my God.
representation? He's like, well, it's not really how the chariot fight ended up, then, is it?
It was
That
Charles
is
Heston.
great.
On camera.
On camera. So, like, an interview section? Yeah, they turned it into a mockumentary.
I don't know. I voted for Obama the first time, but I don't know. I think this Jesus guy, he's going a little too far.
Is that Mitt Romney?
No, it's just a Midwestern.
Okay, and Obama is just a Midwestern.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
does.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
The Midwest?
That's
Yeah.
Chicago definitely counts as the Midwest.
It's the mid-mid.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, come on, you gotta be
Mr. USA
All I know-
expert.
All I know about Ben Hur is that there's been, I think, 3 movies, and all of them had to have terrible horse accidents and people die.
Yep.
Oh, I had heard about that.
Yeah, like, because it's fucking dangerous to do chariot races.
Yeah, the horse act in the original, which is the one I watched,
Yeah.
made it into the movie. They just showed the death of that horse, as far as I understand.
Cool, dude.
And they just realized afterwards, hang on, the horse died, but we shipped yesterday! And then they released a press statement going, this is mighty embarrassing. I don't actually know if they've released a press statement. I don't even know for a fact if the horse thing ended up in, but needless to say, it was really good special effects for the time if a horse didn't die.
Was it like early 20s? 1920s?
Something like that.
Yeah, so they'd be like, come see horses die!
Maybe that's
They
why
could probably
the
make their own movie out of that.
that's why that subreddit got shut down. Is because they just had the
Just
whole
invite
movie
people
on
into
there,
a meat factory.
and they were like, "You can't do that."
What are you talking about, subreddit?
The subreddit. What did you say it was called? Watch people die.
That wasn't on the podcast, we should explain.
Yeah, well, oh my god. Hey, if you had a segue, what would you use it for? Would you use it to talk about Reddit or?
Hey.
It's a subreddit, watch people die.
My
and
mouth
they
was
shut
full
it
of
down.
water, but I still wanted to express.
The
I didn't like
SJWs.
spit it out. It wasn't that funny. Go on.
They had a subreddit called Watch People Die, and you watch people die.
That's horrible.
Yeah, isn't it horrible? But you're on Reddit, and that's what we do.
I'm not on Reddit, and that's not what I do.
I'm not on Reddit because it sucks.
Leslie, when'd you get into improv?
Oh boy.
You were just talking too much, and I figured I'd shut you up.
Well, I was gonna ask how long that subreddit's been going. Like, how
Well,
long was
I-
that
Is that
able to
relevant to the
live?
improv?
I heard. So I'm 23 now. I heard about Watch People Die when I was like 14, so almost 10
You
years.
edgester. You
Yeah,
piece
but
of
that's
shit.
why I stayed away from Reddit, because
You
people were like,
actual
this is what Reddit
Holocaust
is, and it's like,
apologist.
oh, that guy just got like crushed by a train, and I'm like, ooh, or like ISIS beheadings, and I'm like, I don't want to go on Reddit anymore.
Oh no.
I can just watch Most and Argo, respectively. Actually, there was no beheadings in Argo. That's misrepresentative. Go on with your bad self. No, wait, you go on with your bad self.
Yeah, so I have been doing improv technically for like 3 years, I believe, because I started when I went to...
3 years.
That's a number.
After School Arcade's nearly been functional for 3 years. Actually, yeah, you've been doing it for longer. I knew you for at least 2 years before After School Arcade started.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
I?
wait,
Yeah.
a little bit before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can't be 3 years.
I've been
more
in
like 5.
Waterloo.
Well, I'm going into my 4th year of school, so
Yeah.
3 complete years of...
It still doesn't sound right, but go on.
Yeah, I've been in Waterloo for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You'll
Deep
know.
things
They'll
coming
know.
for the future.
You guys don't fucking know, but these guys know.
Yeah. Luke's secret white supremacist crowd, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Say something like clearly like the eagle flies backwards at midnight or something like that.
Would
a
you
call to action.
Would you like a match in the spring?
A what, sir? Sorry.
A match in the spring.
I don't know what you're referring to, sir.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
what it is.
There you go.
Had to deny it twice.
Yeah.
They take you in a room with full guns.
I bet there's like things with hotels where like people accidentally like when someone says, "Hey, have you got a room?" and it's like, "We have no rooms available, but 3 is open." And if someone goes, "Okay, I'll take 3," they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" with like a gun. But if they say
know what
like,
you're talking about.
"Well, what about 4?" But like, what if there's this idiot Mr. Magoo that comes in and is like, "What about 4?" And it's like, boy, ISIS is really slipping. As he gives him a key.
Yeah, he gives him a key and he walks into traffic.
You're really in character.
That's the most stupid shit ever.
That'd be
3 years, huh?
Yeah, so I've been doing it for 3 years since I started university. I did it for a little bit in high school, but our high school was like a really small one, so we didn't have a lot of like extracurriculars.
This is like a rite of passage. What's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing that happened in your high school?
Oh yeah.
Wait. 3, 2, 1.
I gotta think on that one.
Well, fucking.
Holy shit, dude.
Can we just stop to appreciate how we all sang the same note?
No, we
or at
didn't.
least harmonious notes.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was like a Gregorian shit. Like, you're hard on yourself when it comes to your singing. I think you can follow, like, a tune decently well.
I mean, I picked a random note and made a sound. So thank you.
That is what singing is.
I don't think it's a random note.
Singing, though, I think
I
the
think you were
beginning
very
of, like,
precise
making
about it.
singing. Like, when cavemen were like, "Oh," and he wasn't like, "Oh, you idiot, C sharp."
He was like, oh, and somebody else was like, that sounds really good.
Yeah, what if we harmonized it with
Yeah, yeah, and then there's a third guy that's like, I got one, and he's like, you are dragging. It's like Whiplash.
It's like, yeah, but to say it's J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
I really like, there's an edit of J.K. Simmons just clapping, and it's the entire video, and I watch that at minimum once a month when I want to feel better about myself. I imagine that J.K. Simmons is clapping for me. Because he goes like... And then, like, the video speeds it up, like... It's beautiful.
Okay, I know the shot that you're talking about.
Yeah,
that movie
yeah.
stresses me out.
The movie stresses me out, but it also helps me to know... I mean, I kind of
Spider-Man
like...
stresses you out?
I got, like, mixed feelings on
No,
it. You
Whiplash.
better be thinking about whatever's happening to you in high school.
Oh yeah, I've got one.
You've got one? Okay, you go with the got one, then we talk about Whiplash.
Yeah, do it.
We
feel-
do talk about movies a lot.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably something a lot weirder that happened, but the first thing that comes to mind is one day there was a...
Pee? Okay, I guessed. Go on.
Yeah, I pissed on the floor.
One day there was pee.
It was a pool.
Yeah, so one day there was...
We're gonna have to explain it after this, you realize that. Really quick, while Luke's got the giggles. Drew was trying to say something very important in a rehearsal earlier today, and I kept interrupting him. At one point I said, are you peeing?
And it was the funniest thing. For
Luke lost
some
his
reason.
shit. Yeah, Daryl laughed more than he usually
I
does.
said because it's like I can imagine like a Mitch McConnell or like a Roger Stone, like a dirty tricks politics guy being like someone trying to make a point, like a filibuster, and someone be like, "Are you peeing?"
Everyone would stop, and the guy would have to go like, no.
No, and then it makes him sound more like he's
More
peeing.
like he's peeing, so everyone's looking at his crotch.
Yeah.
And then Drew said, I've got... And then you were like, pee dripping down your leg?
Well, you want to keep talking, you don't want to give into it, but nobody's paying attention to you at that point.
Yep, because they're paying attention to your crotch and all the pee that's accumulated there.
Yeah, which is not where I want the attention.
Speaking of wanting the attention, what happened in your high school?
So, there was a... I don't know what you even call it, like a shoot up the school kind of threat that was made.
Oh.
This is
Threat.
more
Threat.
serious than... Hold on, yeah, did they follow through with it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But so, like...
Yeah, the threat was the weirdest part, if you can believe that.
So calling it a threat was a little, like, heavy, but that's how the school interpreted it. But someone was just like...
Was the principal on the other end of the line? That's a little heavy, sir.
I think it was like
Okay,
a Twitter... I think it was like a Twitter post or something, but someone was like, oh, don't come to this school tomorrow.
All right.
And then they were like, oh, fuck, we gotta
What's
shut
gonna
down the
happen?
school. So...
Did they? That's reasoning with
Well, yeah, they went
terrorists.
on... So we were all at school.
That's negotiating with terrorists, which our school should never do. Go on.
Oh my god.
So we were all at school, and suddenly
Wait,
they...
why? It was closed.
No, so they didn't... They
I guess
didn't...
it's just smoke in the parking lot.
They tried the door, so they were like, we'll wait for the teachers to come here.
If they don't show up in 15 minutes, we're allowed to leave.
Yeah, but
so-
it has to be 15 minutes.
They didn't find out until the morning of, once the school had already opened, so everyone's already there, including, like, we were an elementary and high school, like, mega school, so, like, everyone's there. And, yeah, they found out and they were
Whole
like, well,
gang's
shit,
there.
whole gang's there, but we gotta put it on lockdown. So they put us on lockdown for the entire day, police were coming and shit like that.
How? If it was on lockdown with the police knocking on the doors going,
No, they
hey,
were like,
Let us in.
no, they were patrolling.
You got
Police,
15
really?
minutes and I'm gonna go.
They were patrolling the perimeters to make sure, like,
Yeah, 'cause
no
they
one
couldn't get in.
suspicious was showing up. But yeah, so basically we just watched, like, the Shrek movies in class all day,
Hell
in
yeah.
my class at least, but we all had to say, like...
Hold on. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna interrupt again. So what would have happened if the person made good and got past the police officer? The last earthly memory is Shrek, and you hear fucking Hallelujah playing as the person shoots up the school. You just, like, the person's going through the halls just going like, is it really worth it? And you just hear like, do you think he's compensating for something? And he's like, ah!
What are you doing in my swamp?
So we had a Shrek day in my class, and it was pretty good.
Your Shrek day was the same as your school shooter day. That is weird. That blows all
Okay.
the bars out of the water.
But so, anyway, nothing...
The Muffin Man!
Oh no.
Anyway, nothing happened, nothing came of it, and then like the next day, like we were
We
all
watched
like,
Shrek 2.
He shot up the school at Shrek Forever After.
I don't even blame him at that point.
Yeah.
Go on.
we were all happy with our kind of like write-off day. We were all just watching movies in class. But the like principal and stuff, they were like, oh my god, they're gonna be so like traumatized from this event or something. Like they were thinking it was like gonna be some heavy shit. So the next day they took 3 of our male high school teachers, and they were the only people that played guitar in the school, and all 3 of them had a little kumbaya guitar circle in the caf at lunch.
Oh god.
And they were playing like Wonderwall and shit.
For those outside of Canada, CAF is short for cafeteria. I've seen genuine confusion at that
Really?
before for some strange reason.
kidding.
Also, of course, they were playing Wonderwall.
I know,
Yeah.
we were just like, oh,
Then good riddance.
my trauma's cured.
Yeah, Shrek and Wonderwall. Hold
The
on,
memeiest school
grade-
invasion.
Yeah, what grade was this?
11?
That's way too fucking late for Shrek and Wonderwall.
Yeah.
If the kids
Right?
are gonna die, send them off with something fucking better. It's so crazy to me to think that, like, these teachers... Do you think these teachers were, like, tears running down their faces like the kids may as well die happy? Slowly puts in VHS of Shrek.
Has to like rewind it back to the beginning because
Yeah.
they didn't do it last time.
Do you think that they were like, there's not gonna be a school shooter? Fucking Shrek.
Our teacher was really chill, and like, so we all had to stay in
yeah,
our
he's
own
the
classes. Yeah, he was the shooter, so he was really.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Just like pointing a gun at them like, everyone stare at the screen! He's about to talk about the gumdrop buttons!
If you don't laugh at the onion part,
So he was super
It's
chill.
funny, Donkey can't stop making noises when they're on their way to...
That's
can't do
Shrek
it
2.
that
Yeah.
That's Shrek 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
You weren't the shooter.
you weren't there, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, he was super chill. He was just like, well, we're stuck in the room for the day. What movies you guys want to watch? And then just like torrented them online. So yeah, no, it was a good
Oh,
day.
I don't like those ethics.
School budget's
Do you
not very
genuinely
big.
not like when people pirate movies?
No, it's not that. It's the teacher did that.
Oh, they're setting a good example for the kids.
Right.
I get you. I get you.
I download movies almost exclusively.
Yeah, me too. Well, the thing is,
I don't
as
fuck
well, like,
around.
if it's like All About Eve or something from the 50s or something like that, who gives a shit? No one's living who worked on it. No one deserves
Yeah,
to
so,
make
like,
money from All About Eve
support
anymore.
the artists of All About Eve.
Yeah. Can you name a single
are you
actor from
here?
All About Eve?
Is Gregory Peck in it?
Maybe.
Okay.
I really should have prepared for this guy.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Well, that's probably right.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I see the reference you're making. I never really thought about it, but like when we were talking about our craziest high school stories, I never thought to bring up the most anticlimactic ones. Did you guys ever have school shooter drills apart from Leslie, obviously?
Drills,
No.
yeah.
Not, it wasn't explicitly school shooters, but it's just like, someone's in here, so we gotta be quiet. Like, those kind of drills.
Well,
You
it
get,
was
like,
probably
the
the
lights
teacher.
off,
It
sit
was probably the
against the
teacher
wall.
telling you to be quiet.
Yeah, you were
No,
studying.
we had intruder alerts.
I see.
Yeah, it wasn't, we didn't say like, someone's gonna put a gun in your face, little boy.
What do you do?
Yeah, it was like drills. It wasn't
Yeah,
like,
it was just, like,
a threat.
Puts on Shrek. Go on. Yeah, because I remember in my fucking... That's also Shrek 2.
Yeah, we did
Which
a
is the better one.
back to
It is the better
back
one.
to back to back.
Question. Shrek or Shrek 2, which is better? Drew?
It's been so long. Honestly, Shrek 2 for the meme.
Okay. Shrek or Shrek 2, which better? Luke?
Probably Shrek 2.
Shrek or Shrek 2, what's better?
Actually,
Daryl?
I probably have seen both of those movies most recently out of everybody.
I would
here.
argue that I've seen them more recently.
Okay, let's get real.
Yeah,
I've
she saw-
seen them more recently.
I watched
Drew?
them while you guys were getting
I rescind. I was
I'm
lying.
watching,
I'm watching it
Shrek
on my
the Third
phone right now.
now.
Jesus.
Jinx.
That's scary.
Mommy, a soda.
Alright, first of all, let's settle this. When?
I watched the first Shrek 2 weeks ago.
We still need to talk
damn.
about Whiplash. This is
Okay,
just a movie
that is-
podcast now.
Shrek 2 I watched a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I watched
This is
Shrek
getting
2
nowhere.
last summer, twice within the same week, once in English, once in Spanish.
Beat that.
Beat that!
bullshit.
I
Fool!
don't.
Hot Wheels.
I don't watch foreign.
You just try to say
Movies.
fool.
What's
You
foreign
saw-
dubbing?
You silly goose.
Shrek in
Ew.
Spanish is a foreign movie.
Yeah, it becomes foreign.
But the thing is, they
It's a different
put
language.
the best part.
I
Of,
watch foreign films. Shrek in Spanish.
the best part of
¿Cómo
Shrek in
estás,
Spanish. The best part of Shrek in Spanish is they have the "I need a hero" scene in French, or not French. Fuck me.
That would be great. That would be amazing.
Another language! Oh my god!
I mean, they may have very well done it because, like, the rest of the soundtrack, they kept all the original like songs and stuff like
That's
that.
the only one
But
they
that
changed.
one they did in Spanish, and it was like pretty hype. But like,
Yeah.
I could guess that they did that
It
for
was
the other
pretty
one.
hype.
It
Small
was pretty
pumper.
hype.
The thing is that
You're valid, drink
that,
water.
That song is great, but I
Poggers.
feel like that's probably the best use for
Fuck
that
you,
song I've ever
Leslie.
like experienced.
Fuck you.
Why?
You said fuck you to her.
Yeah,
That's
and
why.
I'm asking why she said it back.
Fuck you back.
Yeah, because you said it to her.
It's reciprocal.
Reciprocity.
Did I ever tell you guys about the fact that in math class one year, reciprocals were brought up, and I thought that they were the enemy of the Transformers?
I knew about those.
Yeah, turns out Decepticons. You could see where the wires got crossed in my brain. Especially, I think Daryl, you keep pointing out how the wires keep getting crossed in my brain. It's like, how did you come up with this? So you, of all people, can probably picture this moment. Yeah, I got fucking like not detained, but like
They're Decepticons, you idiot. Go to the detention.
Yeah, we're going to Abu Ghraib.
yeah, waterboarder. What did you say they were? Puts on Shrek. Yeah, I got like put on blast in front of the entire class because she thought I was trying to make a joke and disrupt class. I fully thought they were the enemies of the fucking Autobots.
That happened to me in grade 3 health class because I confused uvula with urethra.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
do you- Okay.
the teacher was like deadly serious, like she thought I was like making fun of like female genitalia and some kind of like edgy
They are
art
kind of
thing.
goofy though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Teachers are
genitalia are
genitalia.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
The mix
All
up,
the genitalia.
That's why we cover them up.
the mix up I was always scared to make was like in biology because I remember when we first learned the word organism, I was like, oh
yeah.
no. I was like,
not gonna
no,
I'm too young for this.
It's like I'm gonna slip up one of these days, and I'm still studying bio, and I have not.
If I could turn back in time, to when I was 8, I think one of the many things I would do is like when I learned about organism and orgasm in fucking biology class. Like if depending on which one I learned first. Let's
I mean,
say
you
learned
don't learn about the orgasm in biology class, and I
You went
Frankly,
to
they
a sucky
did-
biology class. I learned about it firsthand. Anyway, we weren't supposed to be, but
field trip.
First hand, second hand.
hey, here, let's high five, Daryl. No.
That was sloppy.
Movie magic.
All right. Anyway.
Now you have to edit them
If I-
closer together.
Yeah. Oh, no, I can't. It happened over the same. You don't know what anything is. You don't know what anything is.
You haven't taught me
Shut up, Drew. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
What was your anticlimactic school story?
Thank you for remembering. But first of all,
Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm 3 levels deep. You realize that. We still have to talk about whiplash. Anyway, if depending on which one I'd learn first, let's say I learned orgasm first, I would learn about the word organism and just say, as an 8-year-old, ha! That's very similar to the word orgasm, and that's funny. And just see how the teacher reacts. Like to an 8-year-old fucking saying that.
Like you did that on purpose, or
Yeah, I think I just really like those like stories where like clearly an adult wrote like from a preteen's perspective.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
always like this like clearly like fully adult brain person like laughing at their own inconsistencies and just going, ha, imagine that. Anyway, I went to the candy store and cried, mostly because I didn't think this was of sufficient fairness. Like I've read a surprising amount of stories where it's not to that extent, but like it's clear like you ask like as soon as you think about it, who is this for? Specifically the promising demographic of people who are like, I wish 12-year-olds acted like adults, and I don't want to think about the implications of such. Anyway, my anticlimactic school story, which is layer 2 of this layer cake from hell.
we're digging. We're
Yep,
digging.
We're digging. We're
Whiplash
digging.
is the bottom.
Yep, Whiplash is at the very
Isn't
bottom.
it
Luckily, it's
always?
level 3. Aw, Whiplash was an okay
Not
movie.
seen it.
Not quite.
Don't look at me like I've seen that movie.
I'm not looking at you like you've seen any movie. I was amazed you got the Shrek reference. Anyway.
Boom! words. Yeah, it was
Honestly,
fighting words.
That's fair. I watched Ocean's 11 for the first time.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah,
actually.
and then I watched Ocean's 13 because I didn't know there was an Ocean's 12.
It's not as good.
No.
Not nearly as good.
It was really
can I also say
confusing.
neither is Ocean's 8, but it's because none of the characters have chemistry. It has nothing to do with the fact that all the characters are women.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
and-
It's the
I'm
same.
sure.
It's the same reason that I hate the Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
Because the characters don't have chemistry with each other,
Yeah.
and also it's written by it's produced by is it Judd Apatow?
Paul Feig.
Paul Feig.
Yeah.
And I don't care about him. He's
Yeah.
stupid and he can leave.
Yeah, he sucks.
Okay, so my
Sucks
anticlimactic
ass.
school story was we had a lockdown drill. How many minutes did it last for? Take a guess, Drew. Given that
10.
it's usually like an hour. So, okay, yeah.
2.
Hour and a half.
I'm gonna go with 2 as well.
Drew got it dead on. It lasted for all of 10 minutes.
Let's go!
And it was, I'm not kidding, the crux of it was an intruder's in the school, what do you guys think you should do? And some of us were like, hide under the desks? Yes, let's do that. And so we did. And then the teacher changed their mind and went, you know what, it would be better if we went into the corner in case they opened the door.
They didn't already have a plan for it?
Okay, you're catching on real quick. So we went into the corner, and at some point, some student brought that up loudly enough that the fucking teacher started going, well, and
I never.
and one of us was like, is the door locked? And the teacher was like, we don't need to. The intruder's not actually in the building. Yeah. And then someone, I forget who, but one of the jocks was like, then why the fuck are we in the corner?
And that's when it ended.
Oh, it's so deliciously beautiful when a teacher slowly loses a grasp on a fucking...
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, velociraptors don't know how to open doors.
Yeah, but they do...
Until the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
But Velocipastors do.
I want to see that movie, actually. That's on a list of movies I want to see.
It's so movie-centric, our podcast now.
We can move away from movies, but we still have movies to go back to.
New
Oh,
topic.
yeah, by the
Anyway,
way, I think,
Whiplash. I said Whoplash. I'm so sorry to our Italian community.
Yeah, Shrek 1 was better than Shrek 2.
Really?
Hot take.
Okay.
I like it for nostalgia
It's
reasons.
very close. It's
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah.
I like 1 better.
Oh, wow.
Shrek is like The Godfather. No one cares about 3, even though it's an okay movie on its
Come into
own.
my swamp.
Fucking 2 is
damn, my
largely
God,
considered to be
that's
better than 1, but they're both clearly great.
Yeah.
I
I think Shrek 1 has a good mouthfeel, but I think Shrek 2 is a better quality movie.
What does
Yeah.
a mouth feel in terms of a movie?
You just get immersed in
You
the
have
zone.
hand feel and you have mouth feel.
Hey,
Okay, what's hand feel?
You touch the screen, you get that little static.
And it's
thing.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
CRTs have better hand
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do, yeah.
Knees weak, palms are sweaty.
Is it a sexual thing? Is that what we're getting to?
No.
Hand feel and mouth feel aren't sexual things.
No.
You ain't talking about dicks!
No, I'm really. It's really about food. If I'm perfectly honest with you, you have the mouth feel and you have the hand feel.
We're talking about movies.
Dicks can be food.
Movies can be food too.
Eat dicks.
Eat a movie.
Whiplash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got feelings about Whiplash. It's a movie, again, skip to this point in the video if you... No, I'm kidding. Anyway, go on.
I didn't have it. You were saying something.
Oh, I thought you had opinions about Whiplash too.
I quite liked it. I also play drums, and I've been in situations that are not as intense, but feel the way that Whiplash makes me feel. And I sweat through my shirt for the first time I saw it.
So, 3 things about Whiplash. Number 1, I really liked it the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
It stressed me out in similar ways.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have not just a situation, but a full-on teacher and circumstance at which Whiplash is analogous. Not the same, but analogous. And number 3, Whiplash is slightly sullied for me after, a YouTuber made a video essay pointing out, I've been in jazz bands.
Yeah.
No one would ever act like this in a jazz band. There's no such thing as a hierarchy of first saxes, second saxes.
Yeah.
It's literally the types of notes you play.
Yeah.
It's not seniority, it's not who's better.
Yeah.
In some cases the second saxes are more important to the overall sound than the first.
Yeah. Well, it's I think a lot of jazz musicians said similar things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's just that's not.
They said something cool.
What?
They said it's a sports movie because
Yeah.
if you could swap it out with a sports team, that would make so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's an interesting dynamic too. Is he thinks of it like sports, and then the guy at the dinner party is like, "Isn't it subjective?" And he's like, "Nope,
Yep.
Like that's
Yep.
yeah.
So I had a teacher who was like genuinely like that, to the extent where I like nicknamed him Whiplash afterwards. He doesn't now because I've never talked to him because he's in high school. Why would I go back to high school to talk about it? Last time I tried going back to high school, I nearly got arrested.
Shoot him, sniper.
Everybody had to sit in the corner when you went back.
Yeah, everyone's yeah, exactly. I showed up, everyone's like, "Where's Shrek?" Am I really gonna call this episode the Shrek school shooting?
No!
I want to.
But it involves Shrek somehow.
The school Shrekking.
The school shooting. Okay, there we go.
Shrekking!
Yes!
All right, Daryl, you brought up something interesting.
Yep.
What about sex?
Oh, okay. I'm just
Baby.
I'm gonna create a story out of this. So, what about sex?
Set the scene. All right,
Set the
interior.
scene. Eyes lock.
Is this that weed house that you were talking about with the threesome?
No, this is high school. This is purely in high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
In the high school halls?
Well, no, it's not in the high school.
All right,
specifically.
scene interior. Someone's house in high school. Daryl enters.
Yeah, and so this is like my first girlfriend, my first real serious girlfriend.
Real serious girlfriend enters.
Yeah, and
Should we, like, theatricalize this as you telling it?
oh please.
Hey. Daryl.
And scene.
Anyways, we were dating for quite a little while.
We've been
Daryl
dating-
gestures to calendar on wall. Calendar has many like dates written out on it, like DATE on the like squares,
Well, look at that.
signifying a time space.
Look at that. That's been a little while.
It has been.
And we go to prom.
All right,
Hey, you want-
Daryl leaves, followed by real serious girlfriend. Scene 2, prom. A smoking hot thing is happening in the local IHOP. Daryl and real serious girlfriend enter.
Bow, bow.
So, do you have anything planned for later tonight?
Well, I was thinking like waffles, probably
Alright.
pancakes.
You're grinning as if this actually happened, Daryl.
It did, but it's kind of cool to see what actually would happen if we went to see waffles.
This is
He's seeing himself in
This
Luke.
is
Also,
literal. This
is
is
that bad?
This is there's a literal scene in Barry like this, but he's talking about his experiences in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Wait, you got pancakes?
No,
Okay.
Where he went to IHOP. It was hell.
no.
All right, so Daryl, go on with your bad self.
Yeah. So, anyways, we go to prom. Side story, not really related to this, but we go to a friend's house to sleep over, and his girlfriend.
And that's in the future, right?
No, yeah, after prom.
Flash
After prom.
forward, scene 3, friend's house. Friend enters. Real serious friend.
Oh, hey guys. Welcome to my house.
He does a
Hope
better
you're
Daryl
not-
impression than you do.
Yeah, he has a lower voice.
Yeah. Point made.
I'm like fucking Richard Simmons. Go.
You guys aren't too drunk, are you? You want to crash on my couch?
No, I'm just beat. I'm just beat.
Do you have a bedroom? I mean, I'm just really, really tired.
Real serious girlfriend gives real serious friend the fuck me eyes. Daryl, you better do something.
I was just gonna sleep on the couch.
Daryl, do something better. Save your real serious girlfriend from the handsome clutches of real serious friend. Soon to become real serious boyfriend.
Can we actually borrow your bedroom?
Well, I think I was gonna sleep in that, but yeah, I
The
guess.
power move at this point is to say we weren't.
We weren't. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey.
Wow,
Hey, buddy.
that was really clever.
Hey.
You're really funny,
I make
Daryl.
all this stuff up.
You should do improv.
Yeah.
What relevance does this have to the story, Daryl?
This was the side story, but now it's become the main story for some reason.
Well, okay, what does it relate to your side story? I'll wind it back in.
Okay, so it's not related to me at all. But my friend,
That's me.
his girlfriend was sleeping in the same sleeping bag as him.
Ooh, okay, so real serious girlfriend walks out of the bedroom. Honey, who's this you're talking to?
Oh, this is Daryl
Hey.
and his girlfriend.
Hey.
We're gonna have to sleep in the we're gonna sleep in the living room tonight. But I got this sleeping bag. It's gonna be nice and cozy.
All right, I guess that's fair. I'm gonna turn in for the night. Love you.
All right, I'll crawl in there with you later.
And they do crawl in later, and about 30 minutes later, not
She
doing,
explodes.
not having anything sexual whatsoever.
Okay.
Ah,
She de-explodes.
She
Puritans.
she gets up, sits up in a cold sweat, and all the girls gather together. She's worried that she is pregnant.
After nothing sexual has happened. Is she a virgin?
No, nothing sexual has happened.
That night. But
yes.
like something could have happened.
Well, no, it didn't.
So it wasn't from the events of prom. It was just.
It wasn't from the events of any time.
coincidentally
do you think that
tonight-
maybe
She thought
she might be
that-
pregnant with the Holy Spirit?
Right.
What,
She
hold
was-
on. Yeah,
she
what's
was
it based
sick.
upon? Which
She was sick,
Yeah.
and so she thought that meant that she was pregnant. So all the girls got together to
How'd she
comfort
get
her.
through third grade? I got sick like 3 times. Once with pneumonia.
They-
That's one hell of a baby.
They went to get a pregnancy test in the middle of the fucking night.
Oh my god.
Did it come back positive?
Oh, I shouldn't have been drinking so much.
No, it didn't.
Did she do anything sexual with this fucking sleeping bag boyfriend?
No.
So this is like a Virgin Mary story.
This is a sad
And on
story
this
for me.
day in the city of Etobicoke, a savior, which is Christ
But
the
like
Lord.
a dumb... Yeah, she's even got her followers.
Yeah.
And she's pale, she's
Yeah.
bathed in the moonlight.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
picturing, like the windows
there-
open, she's like,
We-
I'm pregnant.
We literally took her bedroom, so she has no room in her own inn.
Does that have a religious significance?
Yes.
Yeah, because they didn't have any room at the inn. They had that's why they had
They
the
went
baby in
to
the
the
stable.
barn.
I'm sorry, guys. I grew up Muslim. Okay.
Okay.
Allah Akbar.
The prophet Jesus Christ.
Who
Okay.
you should be
Blessings
familiar
be
with
upon
as a
him.
Muslim.
He's a prophet in my book too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he was born.
Maybe not the son of God, but we'll debate.
okay.
So are most people.
Okay, but he was born.
So are most people.
yeah, except for lab babies.
C-sections?
I was a C-section.
You weren't born.
I was not of a woman born.
Hey.
hey, Macbeth. Scottish play. So Jesus was born in a
So are most people.
Jesus was born in a stable.
Okay, yes.
Because there was no
Stable
rooms at the
condition.
inn. Because there was talk that the Son of God would be born in Bethlehem. So everyone wanted to be there. But the irony
Oh my
is
god,
that there
Bethlehem's poppin'. You know what else is poppin'? Jesus out of that virgin's puss.
so they were he was born in a stable.
Yeah,
according to
because everybody wanted to be
according
there
the
for
people.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so
there was
that's-
all the animals and shit.
So that's why there's like that nativity scene
Yeah.
where it looks like they're on a bunch of hay.
That's exactly right.
Because he was born that night. Yeah.
With a donkey.
Bed.
And then like 3 dudes
donkey.
show up and it's like, that star's bright tonight. I brought spices. What did they bright?
Gold,
Gold.
frankincense, and
and
myrrh.
myrrh.
So 2 spices.
Okay, what the fuck is myrrh? I hear that all the time.
Myrrh is a spiced oil that you use to embalm bodies.
When they're
Why
dead.
did they bring
It's
that
a
for baby
really
Jesus?
shitty
Because it's like
gift.
it's a gift for
In
like
case
So
it's
yo,
a
this-
stillbirth.
Oh my god.
Its only use is to embalm bodies when they're dead. Why else would they be like, at least someone's got to be dead around here, we got you this.
yeah. It's for the placenta. We know it smells a bit nasty. Because myrrh was just like only wealthy people could afford it.
Okay.
So like, you know, if you're
Only the
dead,
greatest
if you're
people
dead in
afford
year
myrrh
0
when
in
they're dead.
Israel, they just chuck you off the hill. You know, but if you embalm a body,
I think I
it's like,
prefer
oh,
that to be
pleasant.
than
Yeah.
to be given myrrh when I give birth. Like, thanks? That's the equivalent of being given like formaldehyde now.
Yeah.
Next baby shower I go to, I'm just gonna bring like some
Embalming
embalming
oil. Yeah.
fluids and just be like, here you go.
And look to the mom and be like, TikTok.
Just say, it's for dead people. Just immediately just like keep eye contact for the rest of the time until you get thrown out.
Anyway,
Please show
if
up.
you have any other questions, my
Shrek
son,
on DVD.
I Reverend Luke, can answer those questions.
Thank you.
I grew up pretty religious in the Christian sense.
Luke is a religious name. I know that because my boyfriend was named Luke. Also, very
After Saint Luke.
I know.
After
all
Saint
the
Luke,
angels and
and his
demons.
dad's name was Paul because Luke and Paul were like the
Yeah, they're
They were
yeah.
devil
Oh yeah,
boys.
we've all read
the
Acts.
people.
Okay.
No, I only learned this
Yeah, yeah.
secondhand, but
Luke is a book of the Bible. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are the 4 main books in which that recount Jesus' life and teachings based on their 4 perspectives.
Thank you, Luke.
You're
But
welcome.
this is more of Jesus knowledge than I wanted to have.
Yeah, fuck you, honestly.
So anyway, back to prom night sex.
Thank you. Oh my God.
The real fuck Jesus. Let me know about what happened with the non-sex prom night.
No, that was
Yeah,
a
okay.
side story.
I mean,
That
talk
was
to
a
me
side
about
story.
the Prophet Muhammad. Now we're popping.
Okay. Yes. So, anyways, prom night finishes, and I have a.
Finishes.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you have sex that night?
No, I didn't.
Well, homegirl thinks she's
Oh.
pregnant. You left off on that.
Yeah, and
What
she
happened to
got a
your
pregnancy
homegirl?
test, and she wasn't pregnant. So.
Didn't you appear with real serious girlfriend?
Yeah, we slept over at that place, but we slept over in different sleeping bags. Because
Is that going to be the main story?
contrary to this, create the sort of thing that we've created,
Fucking magical
either-
realism.
this-
the
Eyes
guy's
wide shut
mother
narrative.
was very much like everybody sleeps on their, girls sleep alone and guys sleep alone. So,
What if there was a lesbian couple?
well, there wasn't.
Okay, I'm sorry for even.
Shut down.
That's
there
my
wasn't.
story, okay? There are no lesbians in my story.
All right.
Leave it to Daryl.
All right, buddy.
Are there lesbians in Etobicoke?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Okay. It's diverse.
Put a pin in a Tobaconk. Keep going.
So, anyways, a few weeks pass. Not so.
It's still prom?
No.
Okay.
Prom is finished.
It
School
was
is
a
done.
rave.
Few weeks past, we're still on the dance floor.
It's hell.
Just a couple people. Oops.
Real serious girlfriend hasn't left. The mother insists everyone sleeps in their rooms.
We're still sleeping. Weeks
We've
later.
been shitting and pissing in these sleeping bags for 3 weeks.
They're like filled, they're puffed up like a chrysalis.
Oh.
But they're all warm.
And they're like reverse chrysalises. Instead of like nurturing new life, we're slowly dying inside.
You come out as a new being, though.
Yeah, you sure do. In the same way that you escape from like Saw or the Human Centipede as a new being.
Yeah. Well, hey, they
what
made the choice to live, so
So he's really a good guy.
he's really a good guy.
Fuck off.
He's a teacher.
All right.
Yeah. And so, anyways, a few weeks pass, and I, not so gently broke up with this girlfriend.
What did you do?
hey.
What did you do? Did you hit her?
What?
Oh my god. And see. Wait, hold on. I said, did you hit her? And Daryl hasn't answered yet.
No, I didn't hit her, obviously.
Can we replay that?
Yeah.
It was over the phone.
Wait,
It was
wait,
over the phone.
Daryl, did you hit her?
Yes.
There we go. Wait, can we get you to say yes like that?
Yes.
All right, editor me, you know what to do.
Okay, wait, so it was over the phone?
It was over the phone, and
Hey, can you go in a different room for a second?
How'd you hit someone over the phone?
it's one of those slap phones. You don't know.
With the pound key.
Oh, I'm gonna pound key your face.
like with your
So you broke up with your girlfriend over the phone. Prom is still happening. Mom's telling you to sleep.
girl's not pregnant.
Yeah, girl's not pregnant.
No
what does this have
sex.
to? I said you said
Yeah,
like
sex. Where's the
yeah.
sex?
You were saying like sex. Remind me about this on the podcast.
So,
Far, sex has been like the one thing that hasn't entered into this.
So I had sex
Okay.
with the phone.
Okay, so
I was lonely after breaking up with my girlfriend.
So I put it in my ass and then called it on vibrate.
Does that count?
I was lonely, so I put my phone in my ass.
It's the last thing that reminded me of her.
every time she calls, my prostate gets a little bigger.
Please continue the story.
So, anyways, yeah. So, this is
3 years later, I had sex.
okay. No, stop. Let me get there now.
All right.
So this is the end of high school, right? And a lot of my friends, they have already had sex at least once at this point,
Scandalous.
Fucking heathen.
right? And so I was one of the final few not to have it, right?
Good on you.
And it was, yeah. It's not a proud moment or not. It's just that's the way it happened.
It's just good on you for knowing when is your time.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
basing it on other people's.
And not be, going your own way as a man.
And not breaking the sleeping bag rule.
And not getting someone pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not picking up any diseases.
Not even getting
Unless-
someone phantom pregnant. Moonlight, women surrounding me pregnant.
Make it sound like a cult.
That's what it sounded like when he said it.
Yeah. But one of my friends, a different guy now, not the sleeping bag guy, but a different guy, was very curious. He was extremely curious
About
as to
penis.
if we actually had sex, right?
He and you?
He was like, I don't
Do
know.
we have sex?
I think he would know.
Well, that's why I'm curious. Like, this one's genuine. What do you mean he's very curious if we had sex?
Like me and this girlfriend I just broke up with.
Okay, when you said he was very curious as to whether we had sex, I forgot that the girlfriend was part of this story, so I genuinely thought, like, did we have sex, bro? No. Oh!
What did I do last night?
Then who did I fuck?
And he wouldn't let it go. I'd be like, listen, man, I don't want to talk about it. This is like a private thing.
sex?
Like,
He wouldn't
no,
let it
really.
go. He starts virulently jacking off. Come on, man, spill the beans.
Tell me, I need to know.
I was like, come on, man, this is a private thing. I don't want to talk about it. You know, just let it go. Just let it go. He's like, no, man, tell me, man. Did you have sex? Did you have sex? Come on, man. I want to know. I want to know. Come on, man. And I was like, fine. Yes, we did.
But you lied.
But I lied.
Oh.
We didn't have sex.
Not
the
the son
closest,
of God.
the closest we got, and this will be really scandalous if she ever hears this. The closest we got was like halfway in. Right? And in my mind, it's like a technicality. I'm
What,
like,
and then
oh,
were you just like,
no, it
never
happened.
mind?
It happened, okay? It happened.
Pause screen.
Yeah.
Why would it be scandalous if she heard about it? Does she not know that this happened?
No!
I don't know.
Daryl!
I don't know if anybody else
Oh,
knows
okay.
about that.
Okay,
that
got
part of
it.
She's
Got
not
it.
out there talking about what happened.
Got it.
No.
Clear.
As
She's
far
not
as, like,
exactly
if
proud.
she's telling the story, you
She's
guys
not
never did
proud.
anything. But if you're telling the story, the head of the... Let me see if I can put this. The head slipped in to test the waters. I got nothing.
Yeah.
You dunked your head under the Gatorade.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she would always...
It's clumsy.
She would always, like, famously joke about how...
Famously.
Like, amongst our
Everybody
friend
knew
group.
about it.
Hey, I got no respect. He put the head in.
She became a famous virgin.
She, like...
It is Jesus.
She would joke about how she lost her virginity to a piano table or piano bench.
You have some stiff competition.
So
Some hard wood.
Wait, okay, so did she put the piano table in her puss or what?
And she just fell when she was a kid. She
Into
fell
a
into a
pi-
corner.
Leslie and I had the same reaction.
But that's not virginity.
No. But she bled.
Shitty famous joke. Oh no. Is she okay?
I assume so.
Puss
Well, then again,
fragile.
you can. Yeah. But at the,
Like, that shit hurt.
but at the same time, clearly healed to the extent where you
That
could put
shit
at the very least a head inside.
I did, yes. And I did put a head inside. And you know what? It was...
Microphone's over here, Daryl.
You know what? It wasn't anything to be proud of. But I was like, you know what? That's technically, that counts. Because I did put something in there. You know, and if I want to talk about actually, you know, definitions of sex or whatever, like, you know, we did other sexual things which may count as sex, but not intercourse.
Yeah. Are we actually going to get philosophical? Is this what you wanted to ask? Like, what is sex to us?
That's not a question.
Okay, sorry.
But I'm not opening the floor just yet.
No debate.
Not
Okay.
until you get to the main story. This was a side story. Okay,
No,
go
this
with
is the main story now.
What happened with the side story? Was she pregnant?
She
Was
got
it Christ the Lord?
She got a pregnancy test.
Yeah,
It came
but
out
you
false.
Okay, you didn't tell me
Second
that part.
coming of Christ.
Second coming of Christ. Anyway. Alright, so finish the main story then.
Yeah, and so anyways, this guy I told, he's like, oh, all right, yeah, man. I was like, okay, cool, okay, whatever.
And then he high-fived you. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine. Now he's gonna shut up about it.
He didn't, did he?
He did not.
No.
And he told his girlfriend, who was very good friends with my ex-girlfriend.
And this is the same girlfriend you had?
Yes.
Okay, go.
The same girlfriend. And so the next day, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, your ex told my girlfriend to like stop spreading fucking lies about her and like, you know, don't like talk shit or anything or whatever, just like like a smackdown basically.
Like, he told you that? He was angry?
No, he wasn't angry, but he's relayed this angry message.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? like how often, how many weeks did he like push this, did you have sex, whatever.
And you just
as
went
soon
yes
as
and you
he
went, what the fuck, dude?
I'm telling everyone.
Yeah.
And he told like the one
Shrek plays
the
in the
one
distance.
person that would just blow that whole thing up. And And that guy was no longer my best friend.
I'm listening, Daryl.
That guy was no longer my best friend after that.
Oh.
That's a betrayal of trust right
Are
there.
you referring to that friend that blabbed, or are you referring to Luke after he whistled during your fucking story?
We were adding atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. I like the atmosphere.
All right.
That fucking other guy.
Fuck
him.
that guy.
Have you talked to him since?
We don't talk anymore. But that's
At all?
not because of that.
It's also high school. Like
Totally different thing.
Should we get him?
Private thing, or do we want to spill the beans here and now?
Yeah, what's his address?
What's his full name? Let's
Social
right
security
now.
number.
Let's go get him.
Yeah, you know what? You guys
3
want
numbers on the back of his credit
This is
card.
an entirely
fucking
different
bolt
story,
cutters. Let's
but
go
I
get
could.
him.
Let's
I
hang
could
him.
talk about it.
I probably shouldn't say that. That's a human
Oh my
being.
god.
Yeah, we don't talk. I guess if you want, I can. It's a different
Call him
story.
right
though.
now.
All right.
I don't have his number.
Scene interior Daryl's house. Friend walks in.
Okay, we're in a band.
Oh.
Wait, are you saying that or are you
no.
adding context?
What instrument does he play? What
I have
instrument
to
does he
add
play?
more.
Y'all
We can't
got a
just start.
sour end because you had a band disagreement?
Yeah. So we were in this band, and I was the singer.
What was it called?
The band was called The Middle Line.
On Bandcamp.
Yeah. We were like, not too bad. We did.
You were not
some
bottom
good shows.
line. You weren't top line. You were
We were in the middle. Right in the middle. We did some good shows. We headlined a couple of them. We were doing all right.
Look at that.
middle lined a couple of them.
Yeah. And so these guys, if you remember the story, the 6ix9ine story that I had,
Like
the whole
rapper?
yeah.
Or like the
Tedeschi.
Oh, you guys don't remember this? Okay.
You know what I mean?
You
guys-
only said the 6ix9ine story.
You
That
know the one where they had the pills and then we stopped by the cops and stuff.
Did you tell this on the podcast?
Yeah, I did.
Don't remember this.
I remember like your Molotov cocktail story. I remember a lot of your stories. I do not remember a
Anarchist
pill.
Cookbook, we heard both your threesomes. We had a whole bonus episode about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this happened way after the threesome stories. So yeah, basically, it doesn't matter. Fuck it.
Oh, was this like when you ratted out your friends?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
okay, yeah. I think I just forgot that it was pills
Key
specifically.
Yeah,
detail.
yeah. So it
Key
was.
detail.
Yeah.
Key detail.
That's because 6ix9ine he also ratted on his.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it wasn't
Anyways.
the same.
So when you said the
Anyways.
6ix9ine story, you were relating it to something else? No wonder I didn't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Also, my head was going in a different direction.
Oh, it's
Also, when I hear 6ix9ine, I don't think of Tedeschi 6ix9ine.
Hey,
Okay.
Daryl.
Tedeschi.
Tedeschi.
Tan
Hey,
Dusty
Daryl,
6ix9ine.
Daryl, do you remember my Nicolas Cage story? You ought to know, if you know every single one of Nicolas Cage's movies, what it could possibly be referencing. Go on with your thing.
Okay.
You were called the Middle Lines, and you saw Takeshi 6ix9ine or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So this whole group of guys, they were in my band when this my betrayal of their trust happened.
You betrayed them.
Yeah, when I sort of, did the whole ratted on the
Snake.
cops. thing
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
see, okay.
Even though it wasn't my
Elizabeth
fault,
Warren.
You
will
did
say-
what was confined to you for the law, and I don't blame you for that.
I do still hold a lot of guilt for that. But I will say that I was not I was not like an active party in whatever they were doing.
Can I say as well, there was not a right answer to that.
No.
You were stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Anyways, but besides that,
We're
though,
here for you, bro.
things did not go well with that band after that. And I didn't do a single show with them afterwards. And they very sneakily booked another show and then had all these names, and my name was off the list.
Got kicked out of your
Ouch.
band, man.
People stopped talking to me. I just got like fucking excommunicated and shit.
We're like
And-
living with an ex-convict
Wow.
in After School Arcade.
I didn't kill my wife.
Like, people excommunicated you, they were instructed not to give you the opportunities, you slammed a kid's head into a wall in juvie. Like, it all fits, man.
Yeah, I
Had a
know.
rough life.
I'm a rough dude.
You had 2 threesomes?
To be fair, none of those came out of all of them.
You broke up with your girlfriend?
Yeah, right.
Over the phone.
You could have picked, like, the Molotov story or anything. Well, to be fair, you weren't an active part of that.
Well, I did. I actually broke the glass over the slide.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
I feel like I'm rehashing most of the stories I tell on the podcast tonight.
That is totally fine. This is an interesting, weird transitional type of thing. It might be because we have one more member than usual.
Yeah.
It's slightly hotter in this room, if I may say.
I am overheating.
It's one more person hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What did you want to talk about, Luke? You were bouncing about something earlier, and you said like, "Oh, Paul needs to hear about this." I think we're being really rude, not giving you the floor. Go ahead.
What?
Come on, go say your thing.
I wasn't gonna. What?
No, don't be modest. Come on.
Okay. Just want to get ahead of this
Yeah.
before it comes out.
Yeah. You don't have anything, do you?
No.
Fucking fantastic.
Stall tactics, stall tactics.
So anyway, back to the Shrek story. The reason that came up, I was in a really small high school, and we didn't have any
Wait.
art.
Wait. Half an hour has gone by,
Oh, I think it's been longer
Oh,
than
it's been
half
more
an
than
hour,
that.
buddy.
and you're like, okay, so the real reason I brought up Shrek was an anecdote off of my main
See,
story.
I'm getting back to the bottom of.
The levels, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's reach.
This
Now back-
podcast is like an onion. It has layers.
Yes.
So back to my layer.
Okay, this better be good, Leslie.
Well, I'm just answering your question about how long I've been doing improv. So my high school didn't have a lot of like.
No, wait. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Go.
We introduced you.
Go!
No, we didn't have any like pretty much any clubs or anything except for sports. I couldn't do.
Sports.
Same,
I have
dude.
no legs.
Oh.
Hey, don't say that. Some of our audience members may have no legs. They could be in wheelchairs. They could be floating.
I'm
they
really
play-
sorry.
Maybe then they're really connecting with what Leslie's saying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need to do, even though
We need to lie about not having legs so that
No,
people
no.
without legs feel better.
It's such a
I-
shame.
I don't have eyes.
Yeah, it's such a shame that people in
Daryl
school
Juvie's changed you.
who can't take part in sports had no creative outlet of any or like any outlet. But
Is that why you joined a
So
gang?
to an extent, creative.
yeah, so
Shrek gang.
Shrek gang. Oh,
Shrek gang.
Oh,
Green
school
side.
cheetah Shrek gang.
Yeah. Duloc is a perfect place.
Like Gulag is a perfect place. Anyway.
but yeah, so the only exposure I had to improv or any sort of acting was in my mandatory grade 9 arts class where we did improv for 1 month, guitar for 1 month, and Photoshop for 1 month.
Photoshop.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I got a little bit of improv there, and I was like, this is kind of fun. And then I had nowhere else to continue it, and then got to university, saw there was an improv club. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna do that.
I feel bad sometimes for going to an like possibly overfunded high school because when I went to high school there was just a drama class and an art class and a music class, and you basically had to pick one in your first year and I think 2 after that, so you could pick them like both in your grade 12 year if you were so inclined. But I remember like them being separate classes and also being like top of the line. And ever since, almost everybody I've talked to about their high school experience was like, yeah, in art class we had like 1 unit dedicated to drama and 1 unit dedicated to music. And I'm like, oh fuck, is that regular?
What? That's cool. My high school must have been way bigger than yours. We had a stained glass class. We had a painting class, a drawing class. We had a guitar class and a band class.
Jesus.
We had that, but we didn't have stained glass.
I was sitting there like, oh, the drama department's so small because all it has is like a drama class every year, and all the other ones have like 3 different types of that specific class.
What the fuck?
And then you're like, yeah, we had like 1 drama class for a 4-year.
There are levels of privilege going on here. At the top rests Drew Hobden. At the middle rests me.
Middle line.
Middling the line. Unfortunately, Daryl couldn't be here. We'll get to that later. At the bottom rests Leslie with the catch-all art class. And then at the very layer cake from hell level, we got Daryl and Juvie slamming kids' heads into walls, making Molotovs, diming on his friends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So today,
And you didn't I mention how I feel like really shitty about that, right?
today in our class, we're gonna put this rag in a vodka bottle.
Today in
Yeah. And remember, class, snitches get stitches.
Today in archery class, we're gonna take a
had an
lot of
archery
shots. Take a lot of shots at Daryl's fucking head. That fucking snitch.
Well, okay, to be fair, I was the first one to say you can't be blamed for that. At least in this podcast, if not in the other one too.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I've been in situations where it's like, where it's like gonna be bad no matter what. A lot of them, like, I feel like we're born out of like immaturity, if that makes sense. Where there's like, especially in high school and early university, where it's like, I can only do one of two things, and afterwards it's like, who gives a shit no matter which one I pick? But at the time it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it, you know, if you know any sort of understanding of the law, like they can't do that anyways. Like, just to rehash the story one more time.
Can't do what?
The
Two threesomes.
the main issue was that
Not concurrently.
my buddy had like a bag of
Just a fivesome at that
whatever
point.
it was, ecstasy or some pills, and he tossed them, right? So it wasn't really in anybody's possession. The cops found them, and they said, okay, well, if none of you fess up to this, then we're going to charge all of you with this, right? And they're not actually allowed to do
Yeah.
that.
You
Right.
lived out the prisoner's dilemma.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking
Oh,
did
he
it.
old schooled you guys.
All right, so the
gamed
prisoner's
the
dilemma.
system.
The prisoner's dilemma is thus, right? There are two prisoners kept in separate holds. Okay, the cop goes to each of them.
Can we act
And-
this out?
Yeah.
What?
Can we act out the prisoner's dilemma?
I wouldn't. I
that
don't know it well enough.
classic
I have to
story.
talk myself through it.
Then just
You don't want to
Okay.
kill his momentum.
So a cop goes to each of them and basically says, "All right, here's the deal, right? If we need to get a confession from somebody, someone's got to go to prison, right? If we're gonna ask you if you guys did it. Now, if you fess up, your friend will get like 7 years in jail, but you'll only get 1 year in jail for helping us out. Okay? If we can't get any evidence, we have to put you both away for 4 years." And that's it. And the prisoner's dilemma is the fact that if, I'm gonna get this wrong, if one of them doesn't tell and the other one tells, right? Then one of them gets fucking like 7 years and one of them gets 1. If no one tells, they get fucking like 4 years each. But if they both tell, they both get 7 years.
Yeah. So it's like, if you can't communicate with the other prisoner, it's in your interest to tell, because that's the lead. Because you don't know what the other person is going
Like
to say.
statistically,
yeah.
you get the least amount of time.
Viewer, look up the prisoner's dilemma. I definitely fucked up somewhere.
Game
Telling
Theory.
you.
Honestly,
so
there's
fucking
diagrams that like explain it in like a picture. Like it's super simple as a concept.
You know, fuck you. How about? I'm under stress.
No, some pictures are very. You ever seen a Bob Ross
Some
painting?
pictures are really cool, dude. Yeah, okay, never mind. Retracted. You're a great friend, Drew.
Hot take from Drew. Some pictures are cool.
I'm gonna eat your fucking melatonin.
No.
Having trouble sleeping, buddy?
Speaking of shit in Drew's room, that and pictures.
will gladly.
At least it's not a sleeping bag.
Oh,
Is that an invitation?
I can't stop looking at this little picture of like a baby elephant like eating a fucking stick.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
family picture of Drew's dad.
What a trunk on that one, eh?
And that was 10 years ago.
Think how much he's grown.
There is actually a picture of a baby elephant. I'm just being a dick.
That's fun.
I think it's eating bamboo.
No, it looks
No, it's
like
just a tree.
Is this
like,
quality
can they
content
eat
for you
that?
at home? Is this great?
It's just a fucking tree, dude.
Okay.
Is it bamboo? No, I think it's
No,
just a
he's
fucking
just-
tree.
Okay, audience,
just a fucking tree.
audience, I want to ask you: have we talked enough about movies this episode? Do you no longer care? Awesome. We're gonna keep going with this. I want you to talk about Singham, Daryl. Singham. If there's one movie from this entire podcast that you should watch, in my opinion, it's Singham.
If there's any homework for this podcast, it's watch Sing Home.
Singham. It's on Netflix. It's the Rohit Shetty one from 2011. Yes, I know all of that.
And it's in Hindi, but they have English subtitles, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And at one point, the subtitles are going to stop. Don't worry. That's part of it. I even know the fucking director of photography for that movie. Mainly because his name is just Dudley.
It's pretty memorable.
It was like director of photography, Dudley. Everyone else has like got Indian style first and last names, but then fucking Dudley coming in clutch with the photography.
Wait, does he have a last name? Or
No.
Is it like
It's just Dudley, dude.
Sounds like
Dudley.
a good like sitcom. It's just Dudley, dude.
There's definitely kids show. Anyway, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
You didn't.
Cool. What do you think of Singham?
Oh man, fantastic movie. It has some of the wildest, most unrealistic action I've ever seen in my life, and that just makes the movie that much more enjoyable. Like the first bit of action that sold me was where the main character, I believe, is Singham. He slaps a guy. Slaps a guy in like this police headquarters. The guy falls, hits his head on the ground,
comes back
bounces right back fucking up, and then I think whatever, he slaps him again or something, and then he goes back down on the ground.
Yep.
Incredible. Incredible abuse of the laws of physics.
You can't spell abuse without use. And ab. And I bet Singham has at least one, if not 6.
Yeah.
Oh, the opening music number? We know it's 6.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, I remembered. We have this inside joke. I hope this is cool for me to say, Luke.
Yeah.
Our improv group back when we were in university had this inside joke about how you fucking lose it over non-white women. Because I think this was the start of it. Because our first Singham night as an improv group, there was a musical number where like Singham and his love interest fall in love, and every time, yep, he still remembers it. He thinks of her still. So fucking Luke, every time that Singham's love interest was on screen, Luke would do some variety of every fucking like time.
But I think
justify it. You don't think just horny.
No. I think the way that that you pointed out the pattern was when we watched that, and then another way we watched Skyfall, and I really like Naomi Harris, I think her name is,
who
plays
Moneypenny. You're not entirely sure.
Who plays Moneypenny, who is a black woman.
Yeah.
And you're like, do you just... I remember the darkness of the room, and you just saying, do you just not like white women?
Well, it's because you were always losing it for black women and just, like, had no reactions to any other character. Like, black man, fucking white man, white woman, any variety of non-white woman, just... Whenever they appeared on the screen as a solo, you could, like, hear a pin drop in the room and you just hear... Turn to fucking Luke.
They're both gorgeous.
And I wasn't the only one to point it out, may I point out?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you said it, you articulated it, and everyone was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
everyone's nodding along, yeah.
Luke definitely does that.
Yep, that's fair. Who was your first crush, would you say? In like a celebrity sort of sense? I'm ready for my cop-out answer. Everyone think.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, you do.
What's her face who plays...
That's not helpful.
I forget her name. Okay, I'm looking it up.
What's her face who plays who?
Okay, plays Velma in the live-action Scooby-Doo.
Latex Velma?
Yeah. But, like, what's the actress's name? She was on Freaks and Geeks. Starts with a V.
Velma?
Vendetta. No, not Velma. It's
Veronica.
Vivian.
No.
Vivica A. Fox.
Victoria.
You like her. She's black, I think. Vivica Fox? She played Copperhead in, which is, now that I think about it, a weird name. Anyway, in Kill Bill.
That. You'd like her. She's black.
Yeah.
I don't like all black women.
Okay.
No! Not all of them are attractive.
Hold on.
Not all white women are attractive, too. Got some ugly ones.
Has this ever happened to you?
Commit to the bit.
Has this ever happened to you? Recent polls suggest that a horrifying 103% of all black women face rampant racism from men named Luke every year. Here we've got a frightening clip of the man in action.
I don't like all black women. Linda Cardellini is her name.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is insert that one line where he's like, I don't like all black women, and then cut immediately back. Thank you, editor me.
Linda Cardellini is her name.
I think she was start with a V.
Tortellini.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a V in it.
For Velma, I guess. That's what I was thinking of.
Put an airplane mode.
I did.
Okay.
I think she was my first celebrity crush. I think that's a real sexual awakening movie. Holy shit.
Scooby-Doo 2
kinda,
Monsters Unleashed
No,
was
the first one.
The Haunted Mansion one, right?
Yeah, with Rowan Atkinson as the villain.
No, I know who he was.
Yeah.
Okay, I will admit, I don't often get surprised at movie twists.
Yeah.
I got surprised at the movie twist of fucking Scooby-Doo. I've watched so many. I've watched Tenet. I've watched fucking Inception. I've watched, like, what's a really good twist movie?
Sixth Sense, I guess.
I watched Sixth Sense. All of them. I either predicted it or was like, yeah. But fucking Scooby-Doo, the live-action movie, I was like, what? Like, genuinely, I was like, my mouth was open when... Pause the podcast and skip ahead by like 20 seconds if you don't want major spoilers.
Scooby-Doo.
When Scrappy was the villain, because he's his fucking cousin, dude.
Yeah.
I could not believe my shit.
Yeah.
Alright, we no longer reference a spoiler.
To be fair, though, that movie is just wild.
Yeah!
From
That
moment to
movie
moment.
fucking
Fucking
rocks.
wild.
Rocks cock.
Buck fucking wild?
Yeah.
Do you have never heard that before?
Buck fucking?
Buck fucking wild, yeah. Buck
No.
wild, buck fucking wild.
Yeah, it's emphasis
It's Buck
on
Wild
Buck
with
Wild.
fucking in the
Or
movie.
wasn't there a part
Oh.
in the beginning? Because remember, this one hit me when I rewatched it a couple years later, but there was a part in the beginning where they get Scooby to dress like a grandma to get on the plane.
That was not my
yeah.
sexual awakening.
I just want to be very clear.
Speak for yourself, but
Is that your first crush?
Scooby-Doo
A
is
Great
grandma.
Dane in grandma makeup.
There's a lot of
CGI
implications
Great
there.
Dane.
Sounds more like something Drew would say.
But when they asked for Scooby or Grandma's name, they said like
I like the
Mary
way your
Jane.
eyebrows went up when you said that. No one will see it, but grandma's.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Mary Jane.
It's like my favorite name.
Oh no, it was that girl on the plane who Shaggy sat next to.
Yeah, Betty was Shaggy.
That's like
Yeah.
my favorite name.
Like Scoop, I'm gonna fuck on this plane. Like Scoop, I'm gonna come. Like Scoop, I look at you differently in this makeup.
There was a joke that my friend group and I had. I have no clue how it came to be, but it involved Shaggy saying super inappropriate things like Scoop, I didn't know she was 15. She told me she was 18. What do we do? Alright, anyway, Drew, lightning round, your crush.
So here's the thing, I don't really care about celebrity crushes, but I always said Olivia Wilde because I thought she was really hot in
Yeah.
Cowboys vs. Aliens.
Oh, I liked her in Tron.
That's fair.
Light up suit. Holy shit.
Wow, is this what you feel like? I've seen neither of those movies and don't know who Olivia Wilde is.
Black
That's
leather. Matte leather.
I don't like the way you said, yeah.
She's an attractive lady
Wow,
Yeah.
Daryl.
and a good actress.
I was really into Natalie Portman.
Okay.
Yes.
Because one of my favorite movies as like a tween
Clone
and
Wars?
teenager was Garden State.
Clone
That
Wars is
movie
animated.
really spoke to me. And then I found out she was like really cool, like celebrity outside of stuff. Like she was like a rapper, and she like rapped with Lonely Island and stuff.
That
and
one
cool.
time.
Yeah, the one, whatever. But she had her own.
Come on, how many times have you rapped with Lonely Island?
I've never been on SNL.
Yeah.
I've never
anyway.
hosted SNL.
Anyway, she was like a
good
really,
thing.
Yeah.
she was a really cool like celebrity personality too. So that was like a dual attractiveness for me.
Can I put a footnote on that?
I
Her
put-
in Attack of the Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Oh, Queen Amidala.
No.
She was white, but I still would.
You make an
one of the
exception
good
this
ones.
one.
This
time.
one time.
Hey, this is my all pass. No, but in the fucking white tube top, holy shit!
You're miming breasts right now.
Yeah, boobs.
And the white tube
Big-
top,
big
her
boobs.
boobs were great.
Speaking of boobs, Leslie, take us home.
Oh, I love being the only woman on here.
If it helps, you're not the only one with boobs.
Goblin bodies.
Yeah, thank you.
No, as a kid, I wasn't really into celebrities or anything.
We're not
like-
asking who you'd fuck as a kid.
Well, you said like childhood celebrity crush, right?
All right, fine. Or tweens, adult. First celebrity crush. Clock's ticking. Bomb's gonna go off.
Like there was probably
TikTok,
someone
Mr.
a lot earlier than this, but the one that comes to mind is when I was getting into Hunger Games and stuff. The amazing.
Oh, if you say Philip Seymour Hoffman, I swear to God.
The animated part.
No, but Josh Hutcherson, I believe his name is, who played PETA.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, there it is.
I work at
That
a
was
bakery,
terrible, but
Peter.
whatever.
But he
That's my
played
fault.
him, but he also played
Oh.
like a kid in like the Polar Express and stuff. So I had like this
Really? I
whole.
thought they were all voiced by Tom Hanks. The Polar Express is so fucking weird. The narrator.
Tom Hanks.
The narrator's Tom Hanks. Santa's Tom Hanks. The homeless man's Tom Hanks. The driver's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
fucking like his crush is Tom Hanks. The bully is Tom
She likes
Hanks.
the dad, Tom Hanks, too?
Dad's Tom Hanks. The
Train's
Hot Cocoa
Tom
is-
Hanks.
Also, there's a
The
point.
Polar is Tom Hanks.
The Express is Tom Hanks.
Is there a point where he pees?
No, but interestingly, there's a point where it sounds like he says the N-word when he's singing the Hot Cocoa song.
Oh, none.
Because he goes like, "We got," but it's like just enough, and it's right after he said like a word ending with the letter N. So like if you take it out of context, it really sounds like that. I think I brought this up on the podcast before because I brought this up to my friend, and he like responded with like genuine anger because it was a childhood Christmas movie for him, and he didn't speak to me for like a week.
Oh, really? You just
Yeah.
ruined it.
Holy
It's
shit.
Mitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I ruined it for Mitch.
Fair.
And like every year, he'll like message me in Christmas going, "We watched the Polar Express." Thanks.
Josh Hutcherson's also in Howl's Moving Castle. He does a pretty good job.
Yes.
Yeah. So hot in that.
Not gonna lie,
So hot. I love his
not
voice.
not a thrill of Christian. Not a fan of Christian Bale's performance in Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, it's just very.
Hello, my darling.
Yeah.
Thanks, Christian Bale.
Like,
I'm here for the check.
A frog could do your job better.
Hey, what?
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby.
Got it.
it's like he was like, "What's my like motivation behind this character?" And the director's like, "American."
Billy Crystal did all right. He was like, fuck you, I'm Billy Crystal. I live in a fireplace.
He's a firefighter.
So
He's
good.
like, and then I went with my dad to the Knicks game.
That sounds like Billy Crystal in every freaking movie he does.
Yeah.
Except Monsters Inc. I'd say he does a good job in Monsters Inc.
Yeah?
He
Well,
coughs
you-
up the microphone.
You don't see his face.
I just gave Cyril the thumbs up, by the way.
Yeah, right on, man. High
I
five.
forgot about that part.
Yeah,
Man.
he's just like,
It's like, when's he coughing up? He has no stomach. He's all face.
What's your celebrity crush?
Here's where it's gonna get really fucking like, okay. In fact, I'll ask on 3. We say that after I give my answer. Drew, but times itself. I've never gotten, to my knowledge, a celebrity
Okay.
crush. You were early. Try again.
Sorry.
Am I rushing or am I dragging?
All right, so I never got a celebrity crush in my entire life. 3, 2.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like Luke's inside joke with fucking what's that Holiday by Green Day when I don't know why no one else finds this funny when I repeat the joke to them, but I found it really funny when there's the line like, "Can I get another amen, amen?" But like Luke does it like a little bit early. "Can I get another amen?"
I used to, because my brother was in a Green Day cover band, so I used to play that song with him when we were jamming in our basement, and we'd have no singer because it's just bass and drums, so I'd just go like, "Duh, duh, 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 amen, amen, amen."
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And speaking of funny, I think it's about that time. What do you all say?
To be funny?
To tell about your
can't
favorite
start now.
celebrity crush?
I don't have one. Like I legitimately don't have one.
Okay.
okay.
So you're like me, but you weren't forced to pick somebody, basically.
Look who's on board.
Say Natalie Portman.
No.
Just say Natalie Portman.
I wouldn't fuck Natalie.
Okay.
Do it.
I
Do
feel
it.
like if I had to
Say
fuck
Natalie
any person, like based on like how I think their personality is and how hot I think they are, Lizzo.
Yeah, Lizzo's cool.
Lizzo's
Lizzo
pretty
seems
cool.
down to fuck.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing. I feel like
funny.
That's the
great.
coolest thing
That's
about her.
Yes!
She's down to
Fuck her music. I feel like if we met each other through the celebrity field and like we were friends and like I asked her to fuck, she'd A, be not weird about it, B, have like more than a 10% chance to say yes, and I like those odds.
Yeah, she's
I'll
fucking
take those
cool.
odds.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
she recently took that DNA test.
And it turns out she's 100% Serbian.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Next time, I'd be interested to see who everyone's childhood fictional crush was. Like whether it be I don't know, like animated or in a video game or something. Why are you
Or
chuckling?
Scooby-Doo.
Or like
what-
Scooby dressed as a grandma.
What's your favorite like Great Dane celebrity?
Is it
Marmaduke?
Marmaduke?
I don't know.
There's only one of them.
I had like, I'm gonna answer it now. Fuck you.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I like had a crush, but I definitely had like, what if I met this person? Would we click? And the strongest I got that with was Saria from fucking Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh, sorry.
However you pronounce it.
Sarnia?
It's not like she says her
Sarnia?
name out loud.
Sarnia.
The city of Sarnia.
Sarnia. I love
Saria,
Sarnia.
Saria, however you pronounce it. The green-haired girl from
Yeah, she
Ocarina
was
of Time.
hot.
Oh, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Green hair.
Yeah, and this was before like I was like an adult that knew like green hair means she's bending the rules.
she's
no,
fucking-
she was just like a fairy girl. So like I don't know, she rubbed her head on grass too much or something.
That's how you get green hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Drew. What about you?
That's how
Oh,
Billie
God.
Eilish does it.
Fictional character, Gadget from Rescue Rangers.
I don't have
your
one
own cat.
lined up.
Inspector Gadget.
My cat's real.
Oh,
Clifford, the
Inspector
big red
Gadget
dog.
would be a good pick for best anime.
That'd be pretty good.
Always
got
on duty.
So many gadgets. He can
Whoa.
he can extend that arm very far.
Yeah. And the best part is, if you're in a different country but you still want to fuck, he's like, go, Gadget, live in the same country. I don't think I understood the meaning of the show very well.
Sorry, you were saying, Drew?
Go, Gadget, assassinate the President of the United States. Yeah.
It's very specific.
Go Gadget, launch a coup.
Go, Gadget, nuke the Romanians. What's your answer?
I'm sitting.
That's not your answer.
Go Gadget, overthrow democratically elected leaders in South America. It's the CIA Inspector
They don't
Gadget.
they don't need Inspector Gadget to do that. They're like, we could do this ourselves.
And we will. Sorry, Drew.
I don't think
Who
I
has
had
an answer?
I'm sure I had one, but childhood.
Related to you, mine was both Link and Zelda from Ocarina of Time as well.
Hell yeah.
That's fair.
Oh,
Oh
Specifically
yeah, we love the
Ocarina of Time.
pixelated
Thruple.
bitches.
I will say that childhood Zelda had like, I'm sure this is not like sex appeal. This has got to be developer error. I look back at like the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Her chest is bigger than most adult chests in that game.
You mean like
Childhood Zelda.
You mean like breasts or like
yes,
bust?
both.
Okay.
Bustin'
I didn't think you meant like, oh, she has a massive rib
Well, I'm
cage.
pretty sure as a child she's wearing this like royal garb that
That's
like
like
has
baggy.
like a baggy.
I hope it's baggy. Otherwise, she's gonna have back problems because that's at least a double H.
Double H.
Holy.
Oh, don't
No.
get interested.
Fuck.
Double
Okay,
H.
okay. What I'm saying is double
Christ.
H when she gets to adulthood. Look, play Ocarina of Time again. Look at Zelda's chest, and then type in Facebook Messenger. I was wrong, Paul.
Look
I
at
apologize.
Zelda's little underage chest and just.
Oh, you don't have to look at it. It takes up half the screen. Like I said, it's not even sexual. It's just weird. All right, Daryl, go.
So I have two. So one was Jasmine from Aladdin.
That's a good choice.
That sounds like something I would pick.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, she was like, it was the whole Middle Eastern thing. I was like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was still exploring my
Muslim side?
my Muslim side, my identity at that time,
Yeah.
and so I was like, well, you know, she'd get it, right? Because she's like Middle Eastern
get
too,
it.
right?
Jasmine gets me. You guys don't.
But then Pokemon came along, and I had a huge crush on Misty.
Oh, wait. I just
yeah.
remembered that Pokemon came out May. Huge crush on May. It faded when I found out she was 10 because I got the crush on her starting in my like late teens. Not late teens, but teens.
That sucks.
It always sucks because they're like proportionate. Like Misty's allegedly like 12 or 13. Does she look 12 or 13?
No way.
You thank you, right?
Yeah.
May looks at least, at bare minimum, like 16 jailbaits, some sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Misty was a gym leader. How could she be a leader at 13?
I don't
Welcome
know.
to the Pokemon world.
Yeah, Ash was 10 and he like fucking like threw a rat at a mythical bird several times.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on rats.
He threw a rat at the creator of the universe.
Wait, we're talking about childhood crushes.
Oh,
You
don't
wanna
get
get
me
started
started
on
on rat.
Maybe he's going to talk about the mother from The Secret of Nim. You don't know.
Yeah, or maybe Ratatouille, Remy.
I would not fuck Remy.
Oh,
Mainly
please
because
pull my
like
hair.
Or that
You know
dude
that
from
you know that
Ninja
moment when
Turtles.
he's walking by the fucking bad soup and he goes, "Whoa," and his eyes nearly pop out. That's gonna happen every time you're just thrust inside.
You took it to a different level, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, Splinter from Ninja Turtles. Would be
Yeah,
Great,
right.
we're finished. We're good. We're done with
I
this topic.
I have one more celebrity crush. I don't have any animated ones.
All right.
Carrie Mulligan from Drive. It's mostly the soundtrack, but she
What about
works
Ryan
with-
Gosling?
No, he's too. I'm not
He's
interested.
too
in
white.
He's
too white.
He's too white.
As opposed
Karen
to Carrie
Mulligan,
Mulligan.
the whitest name I could think of. I know she's white, and I've never seen her before.
Yeah, it's also he's too like fucking not available. You know,
No.
he's
Are you
not
John Cena?
He's too stoic. He's too emotionally not available. Like if you're like, hey, would you like to fuck? He'd probably be like, get the fuck away from me.
Drew, do you think that we're gonna get to do improv anytime soon? What do you think?
In real life?
Yeah.
In person?
In shows.
You know, I hope so. Talks have been happening to make it seem tentative at best, but everybody is
using lawyer talk.
thirsty for it.
Okay, there we go. We're leaving lawyer territory. Your Honor, he was thirsty for it. Never mind, actually.
I hope I don't see a trial where that's said.
Wait, speaking of thirsty, you didn't say.
I'm gonna
you
leave mine as a little cliffhanger
Oh.
for the next episode.
Are you actually going to
Bringing
remember
them
and
back?
bring it?
I have an amazing memory, hence why I've already thought of an answer, but I'm not gonna say it.
Genuinely?
Yeah.
I guess
Alright,
you'll
so
have to find out next
Next time.
episode.
After these messages, brought to you by Colgate.
Thank you for thank you for listening to After School Arcade's podcast Credit Zero. We're hopefully doing improv at some point in our fucking lives. But until then, please follow the podcast on your social media platforms. We're entertaining, fuck's sakes. This has been Tweet.
Drew?
Luke.
Daryl.
Leslie.
What? That's crazy. Now I
Yeah.
get to say a new one. Anyway, bye.
Bye.